Hi everybody, welcome to Richie's Gaming Gadgets and Gizmos. Today we're going to be unboxing the recently launched 13-inch Apple MacBook Pro. This one has the Smart Bar, which is that nice funky looking LCD display strip that you see above your keyboard. This again is the 13-inch version. So in this video, I'm just going to take it out the box and give you my initial impressions of the aesthetics. And as you know, in many of my videos, I usually do these in parts. So this is part one, and then part two would be, a deep dive of the MacBook Pro. So let's take it out the box and see what's inside. So here we have our marvelous MacBook Pro. 13 inches of splendor and technology and years of evolution. Thank you, Steve Jobs. Thank you. So first off, I always love Apple's packaging. Clean, smooth, definitely a feeling of a high-end device. Now this box actually feels kind of heavy. It's heavy, so it's full of heavy goodness. So as you can see, anybody familiar with Apple products, this is no new news. Packaging is very simple, very clean, and it does feel like it has something inside the box, because it does feel kind of heavy. So let me just take off this plastic covering. Be very careful here, because I like these packaging. I love this packaging. Let's keep the packaging. Keep that packaging. All right. Let gravity do the rest here. Ooh. Smell that? That's newness. That's expensive technology right there. Now look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Just look at that. You can tell that Apple has done a lot of research, not just in the making of the product itself, but in actually making the packaging. A lot of work went into something as simple as this. So here's our packaging, and here we have our little cable here. That's the new charging cable, by the way. It used to charge your device. And here we have designed by Apple in California and made elsewhere. So yeah, this is just the paperware, and you have your nice MacBook Pro logo there. It gives you all the simple instructions on how to navigate your device, touch bar, FaceTime HD camera, touch ID, power button, and you have force touch trackpad. And yeah, so of course in part two of this video I'm actually going to go into this in a bit more detail. I just wanted to take it out the box and give you my initial impressions. And here we have some warranty information and the legal bits and pieces. And as with most Apple products, you get these nice Apple logo stickers which you can stick on the bumper of your car to show that you are a big fan of Apple and all things Apple. So that will go back. Well, before I put it back in this little slot there, here we have the power supply. Now, as I said, the cable, special new power supply cable. So the older models, like anything that was made before these 2016 models, this is the new. They have the older, magnetic type power supply, which I love because I keep knocking the bloody cable out of its socket, and because it's magnetic, I don't damage the cable. But this now, however, hopefully I don't, trip over this new MacBook, because I could actually, have this cable pull it to the ground and fall, crash or something. But anyway, I guess I'll get used to it. And here's the customary power supply. Here's a little port there that you plug this into. You plug this into the computer. Pretty straightforward. Yeah. Right, so that's it. Just a hollow box. Now, what we've all been waiting for. Just look at it. I mean, just so enough of me goofing off here. Let me just take this covering off. Just look at that. Now, there's one thing I miss with these new models. I personally like the illuminated logo. These new laptops don't have that illuminated logo anymore. They just have that polished look logo that you would normally find behind, like, you know, like your iPads. So speaking of finished look, here's one of my Apple iPad minis. It's a little dirty, but don't worry about it. But see how they have that polished logo? So the new MacBooks Pros have the same polished logo, right? Now don't get me wrong, it looks very nice, it looks very elegant, very high-end, and it really is. But just me, I like to be in a Starbucks and I like to know that, hey, everybody knows I have an expensive MacBook Pro because the icon is illuminated bright white. Yeah, I'm trendy and I'm hip. But you know what? If you have one of these, everybody knows you have the latest and greatest, right? Anyway, enough kidding around. So let's open her up. So before we open her up, though, let's see how nice and thin she is. Now she does have a bit of weight to her, you know, and you know you have a powerful product. The battery in this thing must be pretty big, so you know you're going to get pretty good usage when you're not plugged into an outlet. Anyway, I'll go over the specs in the next video. Rest assured, you can still use your good old-fashioned headphones on the MacBook Pros. You all know what happened on the iPhone 7, right? They did away with the 3.5mm jack, but we still have it on our good old MacBook Pro here. So, again, this is the 13-inch version, so let me just open her up. And voila! Ooh. Now what's good about it is that when you open her up, she boots up automatically. So here's a closer look at the 13-inch MacBook Pro. So I just opened her up and she started to boot up automatically. I didn't press any keys. I just opened the screen for the first time. And this is the screen that you're greeted with. So you can go ahead and then set up your, you know, customize it for your personal use. Now as you can see along the bottom here, we have the Touchbar, right? Right now you can see the escape key. There's an escape key there. You have brightness, you have, like, you know, mute key, and you have your volume up and volume down. And obviously, you know, depending on what you're doing and what function you have the MacBook Pro in, you get different keys will come up on here, right? So that's really cool. Of course, you know, when you run different applications, you know, whatever keys come up, you can get, you know, customized keys coming up along this bar, which is really great. So just think about it, right? If you can have customized keys that come up depending on, you know, the application you're running, you have pretty much a very, very powerful keyboard. You're not now just relegated to these physical keys. You know, you have all these other soft keys that you can use, which is really nice innovation from Apple. Now, one of the other things that really stood out was the size of this touchpad here. It's huge. Look at it. It's like the size of a passport. Wow. So again, that, you know, if you're into like arts and drawing and graphics and stuff, I know this would definitely appeal to you. And hey, if you forgot your mouse and you're using an Excel spreadsheet, I'm sure it'll be a little bit more painful using this as opposed to a smaller touchpad, right? If you want to, like, navigate around your spreadsheet. So this is a really good improvement over the older MacBook Pro models. Now the keys, as you can see closely, they do illuminate in the dark. You can't really see that right now because I'm in a lighted room, but of course they do illuminate. I mean, hey, it's a high-end MacBook Pro, so you would definitely get that. Here we have our speaker strips on either side here, and the keys, they do come up above the plane, but barely, and it's just enough that you can still feel the keys, and by just feeling them you can actually feel the three-dimensional effect of the keys, which is good as well. So again, Apple has always been known to make excellent keyboards, so A plus when it comes to this this version of keyboard. Now, one other thing I want to show you is the actual angle that you can open this up to. So if I pull this back, it goes. This is the maximum viewing angle, like obtuse angle you can get, which is pretty good. Some people may prefer that they have the laptop open all the way to 180 degrees, but this is good enough. So your viewing angle could goes which is good. And yeah. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the 2016 MacBook Pro with the there you go, the Touchbar. So I'm going to go ahead now and set this up, personalize it, and then in part 2 give you a more in-depth review of the screen, processor speed, and just my honest opinion on this laptop. I do have an older 2013 MacBook Pro. I have a 15-inch version, but this is a little bit more compact. I needed a 13-inch, so here we go. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed, and if you want to get your hands on one of these, hey, it's Christmas time, so it would make a great gift for a loved one or a very lucky person who's into gadgetry. Check the link below this video, and you can get these off of Amazon. So until next time, and until part 2 of this video series on Apple MacBook Pros, you guys have a great evening. Take care. Bye bye. Hey everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Now I'm going to ask you to do 2 things before you leave. One, there's a button right up here on the screen to my right here. Click on that, and that will take you to our website, www.redtechbot.com. When you get on that site, there will be a button there where you can actually sign up for our newsletter. And when you do sign up for our newsletter by entering in your email address, you will automatically be entered into all of our tech giveaways. And by tech giveaways, these are some typical examples of what we will be giving away, and these are some examples. There's other stuff as well. And the good news is, you just have to enter your email address once, and it will automatically be entered into the pool every time we do a draw. And we will use that email address, of course, to contact the winner, to tell them, hey, you've won something, and it's really cool. And of course, the newsletter will have updates on tech reviews, what's coming up new, what's coming up next, new stuff in the industry, and even information on future giveaways, right? So it's a really nice newsletter that we're going to be sending out. And one other thing is, on this side on the screen here, up here on my left, you click on that and you will subscribe to the channel. Now by subscribing, of course, you will be at the forefront of any new things that are happening, any new videos that are coming out. And what I will also be doing is I'll be doing videos where I'll be talking about what we're going to be doing as a next giveaway, right? So you want to be subscribed, tuned in to that as well. So it's going to be a fun year and fun years to come as well. So yeah, that being said, you guys have a great day.